Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll study anatomy and physiology of the cardiovascular system. This video is going to be very important for medical coders. Before starting, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to my channel. Let's start with the introduction. The heart and the vascular system are closely related, but they are not the same. Together, they make up the cardiovascular system. Heart is a muscular organ that pumps blood throughout the body, and vascular system is the network of blood vessels that carry blood to and from all the parts of the body. Therefore, heart is the central pump while the vascular system is the network of roads and highways that the blood travels through. You can take notes. The heart is a muscular organ roughly the size of a fist. It is located in the thoracic cavity, slightly to the left of the midline. Heart pumps blood through the circulatory system, ensuring oxygenated blood reaches the body tissues and deoxygenated blood returns to the lungs for oxygenation. Now let us quickly study the heart chambers. The heart has two upper chambers, that is atria, and two lower chambers, that is ventricles. You can check in the diagram. There is right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium and left ventricle. Right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from the body via the superior and inferior vena cava. Right ventricle pumps deoxygenated blood to the lungs via the pulmonary artery. Then, left atrium receives oxygenated blood from the lungs via the pulmonary veins. Left ventricle pumps oxygenated blood to the body via the aorta, that is the largest artery. Next, let us study the heart valves. Heart valves are crucial for maintaining one-way blood flow. So, there are four valves, that is tricuspid valve. You can see in the diagram it is located between the right atrium and right ventricle. Pulmonary valve, it is located between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery. Mitral valve, which is also known as bicuspid valve, it is located between the left atrium and the left ventricle. And aortic valve, it is located between the left ventricle and the aorta. Let us study the pathway of blood flow through the heart. This is very important. So first, deoxygenated blood enters the right atrium from the superior and inferior vena cava. Then, blood flows into the right ventricle through the tricuspid valve. Then, the right ventricle pumps blood to the lungs through the pulmonary valve and pulmonary artery for oxygenation. Next, oxygenated blood returns to the left atrium via the pulmonary veins. Next, blood flows into the left ventricle through the mitral valve. And lastly, the left ventricle pumps oxygenated blood through the aortic valve into the aorta, which distributes blood to the rest of the body. So this is the pathway of blood flow through the heart. Next, let us study about the coronary arteries. The coronary arteries are blood vessels that supplies oxygen-rich blood to the heart muscle itself. This is because the heart needs a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients to function effectively, and the coronary arteries ensure this. So, there are two main coronary arteries, that is left coronary artery and right coronary artery. The left coronary artery splits into left anterior descending artery and circumflex artery. The LAD artery supplies blood to the front of the left side of the heart, and the circumflex artery wraps around the heart and supplies blood to the lateral and back parts of the left side of the heart. And the right coronary artery supplies blood to the right side of the heart, which pumps blood into the lungs for oxygenation. It also provides blood to the bottom portion of both the right and left ventricles and the back of the septum. Remember that blockages or narrowing of these arteries can lead to coronary artery disease, which can result in chest pain, heart attacks, and other heart-related complications. Next is vascular system. The vascular system consists of arteries, veins, and capillaries. It transports blood throughout the body. So the arteries carry oxygenated blood away from the heart, except the pulmonary artery, which carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Take a note of this. Second, veins. Veins carry deoxygenated blood back to the heart, except the pulmonary veins which carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. Capillaries are tiny blood vessels where oxygen and nutrient exchange occur between the blood and tissues. Let us look at the major arteries and veins in the vascular system. First one is aorta. It is the largest artery. It carries oxygenated blood from the heart to the body. Next is pulmonary artery. It carries deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle to the lungs. Next, pulmonary veins carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium. Next is superior vena cava. It returns deoxygenated blood from the upper body to the right atrium, and inferior vena cava returns deoxygenated blood from the lower body to the right atrium. Next is carotid arteries. They supply blood to the brain and head. Femoral arteries supply blood to the legs. Jugular veins drain blood from the brain and head back to the heart. These vessels work together with the heart to keep the circulatory system functioning efficiently. Each one plays a vital role in ensuring that oxygen and nutrients are delivered throughout the body and waste products are removed.